Hi, welcome to Dee and Dory.
Welcome. We are in one of the last days of our warmth and summer, I'm sure.
Fall's on its way.
It is, yes. So, how are all of you? Hopefully you're doing fine and having a good week of sewing and thrifting and just enjoying the summer.
Yeah, I have had a very, very busy summer. I just got back from a trip to Massachusetts where I went whale watching.
Yay! That
Finally,
was cool.
It's been my lifetime dream of seeing a whale in the wild. And I got to see lots of whales in the wild.
Good.
I'll throw a picture or two in here
Oh, okay. That would be cool.
of some of the whales.
Yeah, that would be
They were
nice.
the humpback whales.
Oh, nice.
Feeding. Yes,
Yeah.
it was wonderful.
Wonderful. Good.
Yeah.
And I think you had said you encountered quite a storm on the way back into the...
Yes. So when we were coming back from the whale watching, we were thankful it didn't happen while we were whale watching, but when we came back, we saw lightning going over the ocean. It was beautiful, scary, but lots and lots and lots of rain. And then the waves started getting pretty rough, and we're like, glad we're going in.
So were you in a certain bay or were you in a certain area? Do you recall?
Yeah, for the whales themselves, I think it was called Stillwater Bay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Some of you may know what that is.
So
I have no clue.
We left from Plymouth, Massachusetts. Now, many people know Plymouth because of Plymouth Rock.
Oh, okay.
So we saw Plymouth Rock, which has gotten very small because people were taking parts of the rock.
Oh, really?
So it's 1/3 the size of what it really was.
Oh, wow. 1/3.
But
That's
it's
tiny.
Very interesting. I'll show you a picture of the rock, too. See, and it says 1960 on it. Can you imagine? 1960. That's not what it says.
I don't think it says that.
Yes, you can read what it says. So, so it's very interesting that they found a rock with the date, the actual year that they landed.
And
Can you imagine finding a rock on the year that you landed, and it's there, and it says the date on it?
somebody carved the date in it?
Oh,
Did they like
that
it?
makes more sense.
I was going to say they landed and they said, "Oh, let's mark this with a chisel and a hammer."
I was thinking they arrived, and there it was, with the date on it.
Yeah, well, no, it wouldn't have the date on it when they arrived. Oh boy.
Anyway.
Anyhow, yeah. Well,
Yeah, so that was an exciting trip. I loved my trip to Massachusetts. It's my
good.
first time out there, and I really, really enjoyed it. Visited with some relatives and had a great
nice.
time.
Yeah.
Did some thrift shopping. In one of our thrift shopping, I bought 2 pieces of fabric that I'll probably share
Oh, okay.
when we do our
okay.
fabric
Okay.
hauls from thrift
All
shops.
right. Yeah. Very good.
So, we have an inspiration saying for today. In case you want to know what this video is going to be featuring, it's our fitted garment. And I didn't write which viewer sent it, that suggestion in, but it was sent in by someone. And so we made fitted garments.
Yeah, fitted can be different fittings for different people. My fitted is as fitted as anybody who's been watching us for a while knows. I don't like to wear. Oh, I kicked the camera again. Does not like to. I do not like to wear anything too tight at all. But it is fitted, and I think it looks nice.
Yeah. Yes,
More fitted than what I've usually.
I
made.
like that dress on you a lot. But before we get into that, this quote is from Jimi Hendrix. Do you remember him?
Yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah. Born in 1942, died in 1970 at the age of 27.
Probably with a drug overdose.
Well, he actually, it was because he was on some.
It contributed to it.
Yeah, he asphyxiated on his own vomit.
Oh yeah,
That's what they said was the cause of death. So it wasn't the drug itself, but
it led to that.
it led to that. So we know he was and they have a 27 club because there's been so many famous people who have died at the age of 27.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So once they get past that year, they're okay.
Yeah, that's right. So he was a musician, songwriter, and singer. And he said, when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace.
Oh yeah, but boy, oh boy, the love of power, that's a strong pull for people.
Yeah.
People
yeah.
love those power positions.
Yeah. So we need to let love overcome that.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Okay, so interesting that you chose that.
Well, it was written here. Remember, I open and just say, "Oh, okay, that's what I'm using."
Market that we use. Oh, you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if we want to use that one again, but it is a truth. It is a truth.
Yeah.
The power of
Well,
the love of power distorts a person's reasonability and sense of caring.
Yeah.
Because it's all about them.
Yeah. And when you express true love for one another, then that love of power just does not become the main thing in your life.
And love for others. I mean, when you express love for, it's about others. All right, let's move on.
So tell me about your make.
Oh, well, my make is Butterick 4386. And I made view F with the 3/4 length sleeves. I didn't make it with the long sleeves, but it's pretty much true to that F pattern. Okay, so it's made out of wovens. I made it in a size 14. I have it marked 12 on the back of the pattern, but I did make it out of a 14 because it was so fitted. And this fabric is woven. There's no stretch to it. I could have made it just a little bit. I could have probably got away with the 12 on the top. And I noticed it's wrinkling. I don't know if that's my shoulder, because I have this scoliosis. I like to sit this way. But anyway, and getting older, I need to put my shoulders back. Anyway, however. So it used, let me see, dress F, 2 1/4 yards, 60 inch, because this was a 60-inch fabric.
And where did you get the fabric?
This came from a thrift store, and I paid $3.99 for the fabric.
Sweet.
And I think there was 3 yards, and so I just used 2 1/4. So I have enough left over to make something else a little top. And it's a loosely woven fabric. I usually use the size 3 stitch when I sew, but I went down to the 2.5 because it is so loosely woven. It's got a lot of
give to it.
Yeah, that way, and it ravels terribly. So, but I really love the design on it. So what I did when I did my seams, because my serger's not up yet and going, I did an overlock stitch, but I did it far enough back so it could ravel down to it. So I had the seams the proper width. And it was machine washable. It washed up good. It was a stickler to iron or press the seams and the darts in it. And I had to use my clapper to make you would press it and it would be like, ha ha, you pretended you'd press me. Nothing happened. So I got my clapper.
Joke's on you.
Yeah, it was like, okay. And then you had, the fold right down the middle, and I'm like, how do I get rid of that crease of the fold? I don't want to wear a dress with a fold. But anyway, it's a nice basic pattern. You can see it had the fisheye darts in the front. And then, of course, the bust darts. Let me show you here. This is what we're supposed to do. But this doesn't show. This is old enough. It doesn't show the back. It only shows the fronts of them. So that's the one I made. The back has a full zipper. I am not happy with the way my zipper went in with this fabric. It kind of puckered. Usually my zippers don't pucker. I have no clue why it did that.
Did you change the stitch length back up?
No, I didn't.
Maybe it was the stitch length.
You think so?
I don't know. Just
2.5 is what you're supposed to be using
Yeah.
for normal sewing, and I usually go to 3, so it was just on the normal one because it was so. But anyway,
Did you follow that? I didn't.
don't pay any attention to it. And then it has this really cute band across the front.
Yeah, I like the band.
Which was really easy to put in. All you do is it's just a piece of fabric lengthwise this way, cut on the bias. And so you sew one edge in the side seam, twist it once, and sew the other edge on the side seam. That's all you had to do.
Well, it says it's very easy on the pattern. So would you say it's very easy?
I wouldn't say it's very easy. The facing, I've never put a facing in the way this was put in on this dress, but I like the way it lays because you have the facing across here and it goes clear out to the shoulder seam, and then when you sew in your sleeves, you catch the edge of that facing on the shoulder seam. So
Nice.
this much of it. So it keeps it down. It keeps it,
Yeah.
it's not popping up. I did do the understitch on it, which was great. It went in quite easily that way. I did not follow the instructions the way they wanted me to follow them, because I'm not going to put my zipper in again with all of the seams sewed up and then trying to put the back zipper. So I just, put my back seam together and then put my zipper in and then proceeded to make the rest of the dress. And then I also put the sleeves in the way Fast Manufacture does it. I sewed up the seam along with the side seams once I got the sleeves. And the sleeves went in really well. I thought there was going to be a lot more gathering to it. It didn't require much at all. Because it looked like
ease.
Yeah, just a little ease, not much. Let's see, what else do I need to say about this?
I see that you have circled it's a 2004 pattern.
It is a 2004 pattern. You can see how old the paper is. Pretty yellow. And it does have the kick opening in the back, which was really easy to put in. That was not difficult to do. I'm looking at the cloud because it's supposed to rain. But...
And I'm looking at my pattern. I am listening to you. I'm just
okay.
I didn't circle my date this time.
So I did use Annie, my dress form, with it quite a bit. I tried it on. And for my seaming on the side seams, I pinned the side seams. Dory had given me, or I had listened to her. She had said that if you pin the side seams with safety pins on the seam allowance and then try it on, you can see if you need to make any adjustments and where you need to make the adjustments. And even with this being a 14, I needed to come closer. I had to make my seam allowance from the waist down a little narrower than the 5/8, because I wanted a little more ease. It might have been okay, but
that safety pin trick really works really well.
Yeah. Oh, and I tried it on inside out first, that way, so I could see how it fits.
Yeah.
So, but all in all, as you all know, this is not a typical dress for me to make with all that fitting on it. So, it might give me some encouragement.
I think you look good in a fitted dress.
Thank you. I did a lot of measurements of the pattern before, and I wasn't so sure it was going to fit. And, with the measurements on it, but I went ahead and did it anyway. And so it did pretty good.
You want to know what I learned about measuring on the pattern so you don't have to do the math?
Oh, so you don't have to do any math?
Yeah.
Any math?
Right. No math at all. So you take your pattern piece and you take your measuring tape. So you want the measuring tape, that not a metal one.
Yeah,
or
right.
The regular cloth
one.
Whatever.
Plastic.
So you measure from your seam line to your seam line, and then you fold it 4 times because it's front, back. Depending on whether it's on the fold or whether it's...
Yeah, I was going to say,
if it's on the fold, then you need twice, right? And then you allow 2 more for the back. So you just measure it, and then, so I measure it 1 time, and then fold it 4 times, take away my 5/8 inches for each seam. So it's on the fold.
I thought there was no math involved.
There's not. You just count your 5. You count your little things.
Okay.
Take it off, and then you have that pinched on your finger, and then you measure it on you.
But you have to make sure your front and the back are the same width.
Believe me, if you get the front right, the back's going to fit.
Okay. Okay.
Because it's the way the pattern is made.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe not everybody. I'm not talking about a bust adjustment.
No, you're not.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about whether it'll fit.
Talking about my hips.
Yes.
Whether I can get it over my hips.
There you go. So if you know, then where it says hips, that's where you want to measure yours.
Yeah, that's where I have to. And it was interesting. This pattern, I know I'm cutting you off, had measurements for the bust, measurements for the waist, measurements for the hips, and it had it all measured, all of those on there, the finished measurements.
And you can do it.
Yeah, so.
Well, should we watch the review?
You should. See, yeah, this is fine.
Yeah, let's watch the review. Hey, see?
You like that?
I do like it on you. I like it on you a lot.
Thank you. Yeah, and I know it's for like the transitional, or even for winter. I can put a nice jacket over it, sweater.
So does that have a slub, or is it just looks like a slub?
It's a little bit of a texture. If you feel it, it's not smooth. Those little dark little spots you see on it are slubs. Yes.
Put it up real close so they can see the slub. I'm not so sure you can see it.
See the little dark spots like that, the slubs,
Yeah.
and the darker areas, those are raised just a little bit.
Very good.
And I'm not so sure. I thought it was navy. Is it?
I think it is navy. Oh, yeah.
Okay, navy.
I do
Okay.
think navy.
All right.
Definitely navy.
So we're good.
Yeah. I think mine's lilac.
Yeah, yours is, purple. Purple lilac.
Purple.
It's gorgeous.
I use NL6495. And I really, really liked the look of this. I thought it's fitted because of the darts, and this bodice too made it look fitted. I made a size 18, which took 2 3/8 yards of 60-inch fabric. You have to have 60-inch fabric, and you have to have a knit fabric to do this. So I loved the color of this fabric, and I knew I had a sweater that would go really well with the fabric. So that, but the fabric is another story. We'll talk about that after I finish the pattern. So this is a 2017 pattern. You can see the line drawings. And if you look at the line drawings, you'll see that the hem for C is supposed to be pretty even. When you look at my reveal, you'll see it's not. Because I was having problems with this fabric. I do not like the fabric to work with at all. I hemmed it by doing, like it said, rolling it over, and it was like this. It
Very
was
wavy.
Like, cut it off.
Now let's
So
do
now
it again.
So now it's shorter than it's supposed to be on the sides. But
Yeah.
it
It
still
works.
looks like,
It looks
I mean,
fine.
it may not look exactly like the pattern,
I gotta keep my
but it does look like a nice dress, So, yeah, the pattern was easy, very easy to follow. It doesn't say it's an easy pattern, I don't think, just for knits. But I thought it was an easy pattern. It does call for a zipper in the back, 22-inch zipper. So I did the safety pin all the way up the back and seeing if I could put it on over my head with no problem. So I'm like, I'm not putting the zipper in. This fabric was horrible to work with. Just horrible. I just could not get it to...
Is it kind of like a velour?
I don't know what it is.
It doesn't have as much plush to it as a velour, but it looks like a velour.
Yeah. And I don't know, did I do the wrong side? Is this supposed to be big?
No,
okay.
You did it correct. You did
Like,
it.
I don't know. But I loved the color, and I thought the color was very pretty. I like the color. It does have the bias around the neck and around the armholes.
Bias tape
Bias tape, yes.
for your facing.
Yes. So instead of facing, that's what they wanted to put on. So I did that. There's no understitching on it, which you couldn't do with this fabric if you wanted to anyway. Let me tell you. It also rolled. The fabric would roll.
Oh, I do not. The only way I got around that was like for the seams when you were sewing it is to spray starch it and lightly press it. And sometimes that worked.
And I couldn't press this at all. Just could not press. So nothing's pressed on it. I don't know if you can tell when you see it on me.
No, it looks decent.
So
Yeah.
my husband liked it on me. He thought it was very pretty.
Oh, that's all that counts.
Yes, so that was
Amen.
good for him to say that, to
Yeah.
make a comment on it. Yeah. So it's interesting. This is the back. It's the back pieces. So it almost looks like they're pants, But then you take the square and put it in there. So that's how you get that. What do you call that on the edges?
I can't
It's
see.
not a ruffle. What do you call that?
What?
This here part. This here
I don't
part.
know. It's not. There is a term for it.
If you know the term, let me know, because I can't even think of what the term is.
All I can think of is uneven hem, and that's not it.
No, because it's not supposed to be on. It is uneven.
Does it give it? Does it say here? Oh yeah, they don't give you a description.
They call it a side panel.
Oh, the side panel. Okay.
That's what they call it. You put the side panels into this part right here, and that was easy to do.
And what year is this pattern?
2017.
2017.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I enjoyed the pattern a lot. I wish I could make the dress in something not knit.
Well, I think if you chose a different knit, it might be better.
Yeah.
It might be,
It
you
was-
would have more success with it.
It was just this
It's a
fabric.
beautiful fabric.
I love the color.
Yeah.
I love the color.
Well,
and
and the texture of it's nice too.
yeah, yeah. Just, if you want to make a stuffed animal out of it, maybe that would be okay. That's what I thought yesterday as I was finishing. I'm like, should have made a stuffed animal out of this.
Okay, well,
Instead of me stuffed into it.
I was thinking the same thing, but I wasn't going
But
to
you
say
weren't
it.
going to say it.
I
'cause-
wasn't going to say it.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So, yeah, it was very, very easy.
You know, this looks like it's puckered there, but it's not.
I know, sometimes mine does too. Maybe it's the way we're sitting or something.
Yeah, but it's not puckered at all.
Mine's not either.
I don't know if it's the way the light's hitting it
Yeah.
or something, but
Yeah.
it's not. I keep thinking,
It's probably because we're not in,
it
we're,
looks-
we're in chairs that are like
yeah,
lawn
we're
chairs.
not. Yeah, but
So
see,
it's
it's
not-
still not puckered. I don't know what the deal is.
Would you like to see my review?
I would, instead of focusing on my dress.
Can we talk about mine?
Yes, let's look at your make.
Okay, here's my review.
Oh, nice. It's very, very pretty. And I love the sweater you put with it.
Yeah, so that was a ready-made sweater I had, and I was going to show you my
And her nails even match, which
my
is
nails
nice.
match, and my shoes have a little bit. See that?
Oh, they do. Look at you.
Yeah. Gotta be all matchy matchy.
And with the fingernails. So we got to
Yeah.
get that in there. So I'm surprised you have purple lipstick on.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, that's one too far for you?
Yeah. I
Okay.
don't do purple hair. I don't do purple lips.
Okay. But anyway.
Anyway, that was a fun make. Actually, I'm glad that we did that challenge. At
Me too.
first, I was kind of hesitant about it, right?
Yeah.
It did, but I'm really glad. I think it turned out good. And
Yeah. It made me less fearful of doing a fitted,
Yeah.
you know, so, and because I've been wanting to make one of these, but I've not pushed myself into it. I would like to make one like this in a knit.
See, and I'd like to make one like this in a woven.
Yeah, I would love to, because I think it would probably.
Does it say you can make
No,
it? Yeah, mine doesn't either.
No, but I think with the Ponte you probably could, you know, with the heavier knit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So
Anyway,
that's that.
we hope you enjoyed this week's
Yeah,
video.
hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, and well, we gotta do our drawing.
Oh,
Let's have Nate help us.
yes, we'll get Nate.
Okay. Time to the point where we need to do our drawing. Nate's gonna help us.
Gonna help us? Gonna say hi?
Hi.
All right.
All right, Nate, I got the box. You gonna draw something out of the box for us?
Yeah.
Okay, our next challenge. You draw it and you give it to your mommy. She'll read it for you. Yep, good job.
All
Good
right.
job.
Sit
Okay,
up.
Sit up and look at. There you go. There I
Wow.
see you.
This is from Becky W. Make something for your home or for the home.
Something for my home.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay,
There you go.
it's a homemade. Thanks, Nate, for your help.
That's something I don't do. I don't sew much for the home.
Yeah, but I've had some ideas, so
There you go.
maybe it's time to put them into
Yeah.
into fruition?
Fruition? Yeah, fruition. Oh boy. All right, Nate, you want to say goodbye? Are you done? Okay, say goodbye. Tell everybody you'll see them later.
See you later, alligator.
Say it's hot today and you are tired, right? Yeah, okay. All right.
Thank you, Nate, for helping us.
Yeah, he didn't stay too long. He's tired.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we're going to make something for the home next time.
Something for the home.
Not next time. Not the next video you see, but
coming up.
Coming up.
Yes.
Next. Yes. So don't forget, when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace.
Oh, Back to the Future. That's the power.
And you know, that's true in a household too.
Huh? What?
In
yes.
a family,
yeah.
You know, if it's all about who's got the power in the family,
That doesn't work.
then you don't have a peaceful family life.
Yeah, everybody works together. It all works together. Yeah.
So share the love. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed this week's video. Please hit like and subscribe.
Yes, and forward and thumbs up.
And leave us a comment.
Yes.
And if you have a mate, don't forget to sign up for our upcoming mate videos.
Yes. All right.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Happy thrifting and have a wonderful week sewing.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.